Once again, welcome back to Manchild Outdoors. Today, I am at Lancaster Archery Supply, located in none other than Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Home of their retail store, pro shop, and archery academy. Their retail store displays the most amazing selection of products. All the gear a target archer or archery hunter could ever ask for. However, the supply here is not intended for, nor could it ever supply the world's needs demanded on them. There are so many products here to look at, and so many shelves of endless gear. But when people from all over the world are placing online orders as well as calling in additional orders from their extensive mail order catalog, a much bigger facility is fundamental to warehouse all that product. As amazing as the pro shop is, I must now depart and drive 15 minutes northeast over to Lancaster's distribution center and warehouse, where the world's archery needs awaits its forever home. There I will meet up with none other than PJ Reilly, and he will take us on a tour of the distribution center, as well as let me pick his brain to ask a few questions and just in general shoot the breeze with him. Good people, good times. This is why I love all things archery.
I feel like I'm going into the bat cave, the secret lair.
It is.
And it's dark too.
Yeah. So this is our set where we do all our...
Alright, welcome back to Manchild Outdoors. I am Mick. I am welcomed today with PJ Reilly of Lancaster Archery. He's giving us a private tour of the whole distribution center, and how big it is, I am just taken back by. So it is huge. It is way more inventory than I ever expected. And did you ever expect it to get this big?
No. Like I said, when we first moved into this warehouse about 10 years ago, there was so much space, we thought, oh, this will last us forever. And
right.
10 years, we're like busting at the seams.
And you were talking about you even have the addition now, too.
Yep, we added on to it, and it's just incredible how much stuff there is.
And guys, like, I don't know if you realize, like, I've been in places with a lot of stuff, but never this much archery stuff. Honestly, if I could, like, break into this at night, I wouldn't even know where to begin. I would get caught by the police for sure, because I would just be in awe of everything where I wouldn't know where to begin, and there's no way to be able to get in and get out. You would be stuck like a little kid in a toy shop.
And it's just archery stuff. I mean, there's no guns, there's no fishing, there's no camping. It's archery. Bow hunting as well, but, you know, stuff related to that. Just none of the other stuff you often hear about places having, you know.
I know, and it's like every time I go online, and I tell everybody this, I always order from Lancaster Archery first, as long as it's in stock. This is who I go to. It's my one-stop shop. They usually have everything. In the rare occasion that there's no inventory here, you're probably not finding inventory anywhere. Right. Even if you go straight to the source, it's usually just gone, and it's off the shelves. But when you do order, it's there like the next day, and that's amazing to me.
Yeah, we get it there as fast as we can.
Right, and so let me ask you this question. How do you enjoy doing bow hunter die? Because I talked to a few of them guys on bow hunter die, and they're great guys. And how is that, like, local celebrity status now?
That's a great show. I love those guys. Right. I started writing for Todd Graff maybe 20 years ago.
Okay.
And then, so I was writing articles for his website, bowhunting.com. And then I came here, and I thought, and you know, they were working with some company as kind of their archery supplier. So I was like, hey, you guys got to come and work with Lancaster Archery. So I kind of brought them in, and we got together, and it was just a great partnership. So we started collaborating.
Right.
On all kinds
and
of
I think
stuff.
there's a great chemistry there, too, because I grew up with, like, monster buck videos, like back in the day before videos, and, you know, and recording deer hunts with the VHS on my shoulder, and you can do a camera arm and, like, record yourself. You had to have somebody doing it for you. And then that phased out, and now we're in a whole new world of bow hunting.
Yeah.
And I really love the online shows. And so I kind of drifted away from physical media that I buy at like Walmart. It was always Walmart, you know, the Real Tree videos came out and you got them. And now not so much. Now it's just stay on line and watch. You know, even my little grassroots channel here, I have a pretty big following for being like not celebrity status.
Yeah.
And it's pretty intense for me when I like get pulled out of crowds and random people are just like, hey, I know you. And I'm like, how you doing? And and you're trying your best to remember, not so you don't come off as like rude or arrogant or anything. And sometimes I'm just, I'm still learning to deal with that because I want to be as polite as I can. But I can't imagine like you yourself, especially at Lancaster booth in Harrisburg, how many people came by just to say, PJ?
There was a couple.
I imagine,
There was a couple people who saw me there and came over to say hello. And it's, you know, YouTube's great for that. It's like if you want to figure out how to do anything, what do? YouTube.
Exactly.
Let me see. How do I do that? YouTube. Fix a pipe, whatever.
Right. Yeah, I was always good with doing my bow back in like the early times in the 80s, but now things are really technical. So now I always rely on YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And any of the new tech, there's always something. And now I can pretty much do everything. But every once in a while, I need help. Like there's always that one thing. I had a bow one time that just kept shifting point of impact left to right. I don't know if the limbs were shifting in the pocket or what. I never figured it out. I just got a new bow.
That's always easy.
At that point, it was such a complicated problem. I'm like, I might as well just give up on this bow and go with another one.
Yes.
So the tour is just amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
And like taking your time out of the day to show me around and just to talk. And one of the things I stress the most about the hunting community is people like yourself that are very nice, very approachable, very humble, that take the time for somebody like me. And it's great because I love the camaraderie of hunting, and that's my main thing.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
it's getting a little now. You know, people are like kind of like like hating a little bit too much. So if you're a hater out there, don't be a hater, be a lover. Because I'll tell folks like, look, don't hate on me for shooting deer or something. If you're kind of not shooting deer, I'll put them in a stand.
Yeah.
And I have stories like that where I'm coming out of the woods, I'm dragging 2 does. This guy pulls up and he's like, you need to save some for the rest of us, and la la la. And he was legitly like upset. I thought he was joking at first.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like, haha. And I think I made him more mad because I thought he was kidding.
Oh, right.
And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. You're serious right now? Like, you're really mad? I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I feed my family. He's like, I got family too. I'm like, dude, get off the couch. Come hunting with me. I'll put you in a tree. There's no reason to be mad at me.
Yeah.
Deer. I love hunting with people. I hunt alone all the time. I'd welcome you coming. But then I never seen him again. They
Of course
just want to
not.
be mad.
No.
So I try to cheer people up by this. And that's the whole point of me bringing this channel is I'm just trying to educate people. And I've been kind of like saying this a lot lately. Finding gear, like good gear, is sometimes harder than finding the bucks.
That's
And,
that's the premise of how Lancaster Archery started. Rob Caulfield, our founder, he was an alternate on the 1980 Olympic team, 80 or 84, I can't remember.
Okay.
And he, competed, and he and his dad, and they had difficulty finding the right equipment they needed to compete at that level.
Right.
With the machine shop, his dad having a machine shop, they actually ended up making a bunch of it themselves. What they needed, they knew what they needed.
Gotcha.
So they just made it. Then he got out of college, Rob did, started Lancaster Archery Supply, wanted to, provide that. Those trailers that we looked at, that was all him going to tournaments and taking gear there so that he could help out archers. So that's the whole, nexus of Lancaster Archery, how it
Yeah, and that's
came
great
about,
too.
just to help people
and
out.
now with your videos too, like standing right here, we do the product review videos, and you can get and see them videos before you buy the stuff. So you're standing here and you're like, hey, here's the video. They take the time to do it, and trust me, guys, it's a time process. It's definitely consuming, and they take the time to do that. And I know a lot of local shops that won't take the time to do that.
Well, again, Rob's idea when he brought me and a video guy in was like, hey, there's, people don't have pro shops just down the street. We need to tell them about this stuff.
Right.
So if they can't get their hands on it, at least they can see it, learn about it, stuff like that. So he was like, we need to do that.
And a step further, even the local guys, there's just so many guys I know that just won't ask questions because they just don't want to come off as not knowing or amateurish or something like that. So it's very much impersonal to go online and look without having to feel a certain sort of way if they feel that way.
Yeah.
So I think that's great too. But yeah, for like the online sales, absolutely helps. I still reference it all the time, even if I have people to talk to, just as a second or third opinion.
For sure.
Yeah, and it works out great. Well, thank you so much, PJ, for taking the time.
You bet.
To speak to me, to show me around. Now, guys, stay tuned to the whole video. The whole video is going to show you all kinds of warehouse, and there's a lot of warehouse, and it's very impressive. The inside of the podcast studio. You know how cool that is. You guys got it set up awesome.
Yeah.
Do you do product review videos in here too? Or you got
No, our product review studio is separate. I'll show you that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, just we decided to do them like as video podcasts. We like, I think the first 2 rows here, these are just arrow components. So it's like, you know, this here is strictly knocks.
Goodness.
Who knew there were this many knocks by your boning? You know, all of them crazy. I don't want to get.
And the good thing is you have all this stuff too. That's like, it's very rare when they go online and you don't have anything in stock.
Yeah, our guys are pretty good about finding what's out there and you need to have, and it's now with the computer system, it'll know when we're getting low, and they'll get a notification that says, "Hey, better reorder these."
Right. And I like the UPC code. Like, there's the question, like, how do they find it? That's how they find it.
Yeah. Now they have scanners that they use.
Take one, scan it.
Just
Keep
like
going.
a couple years.
How many orders you guys do a day?
It depends. I don't even know the number. I know Monday's busy. So Monday it's hopping. You'll see
Yeah, everyone's
when we get
moving.
back
No
to
one's
the
sitting
shipping.
around.
Yeah, because they'll stack up over the weekend. At least to keep it.
Right.
This is our receipt. So stuff comes in on the trucks. And then these guys
These products going on the
figure out
stands.
what it all is. And then, yes. So where the academy is at one time in the beginning, that was Rob's dad's machine shop.
Okay.
He had a machine shop, and it was in the. Come on,
You can come
you're
through.
good.
Come on through.
Okay.
How you doing?
Yeah. So then they just took the second floor and made that the archery shop, but that was all a working machine shop, and then it was a warehouse, and then it was the academy, and the warehouse kind of shifted, and
Yeah.
then eventually it was, well, we got to move somewhere else.
Yeah. Especially with all this, my lord.
Yeah,
And has it grown? Like, I mean, since you have a bigger footprint to put it in, you just like
yeah.
start
It's,
acquiring more inventory.
like I said, we had archery ranges all through here at first because there was open space, and now we kind of have like maybe 1.5 shooting lanes.
Yeah, you got to shoot priorities.
That's my favorite area.
Yeah,
The doe area.
I could smell it coming through. Yeah.
So then this is shipping. Monday, as I said, was busy. So they're shipping out tons of stuff.
Where's my new bow? No.
Stuff. It's in there somewhere. Yeah, these are all bows. Compounds that we can sell online. Most or a lot of the flagship bows are pro shop only. You can't buy them online, but there are a bunch that we can sell. So then, this is our trailer bay.
Wow, those trailers are huge. I've seen them online, but I didn't realize they were that big.
And there should be a third one here. That's the Competition Archery Media, our mobile TV studio, but it's getting inspected.
Gotcha.
But we have 2 trailers, and one is primarily set up for 3D. I believe that's this one. Looks like 3D stuff. And then the other one is primarily set up more for target. They have to deal with a lot more recurve archers.
Yeah, and them are just like big mobile stores, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, whereas the 3D one, you don't have as much recurve
You doing?
stuff that you need.
I honestly think you have more inventory in there than my local shop.
it's pretty crazy. But it's what Rob calls it is the archer's pit crew.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
you have a bow press, arrow stall. Basically, if you have an issue at a tournament, we can fix it at like any pro shop.
I feel like I'm going into the bat cave, a secret lair.
It is.
And it's dark too.
Yeah. So this is our set where we do all our.
I would not have expected it to be where we
stuff.
just went to. Very cool.
That's where we take product images. But this is what everybody sees on YouTube.
Awesome. I need something like this in my garage.
It's pretty cool. We wish we had more room, just to be able to do different stuff. But it is what it is.
Where all the magic happens. So.
Our fake tree there for when we have to do tree stand.
Oh yeah.
When we're introducing new trees, I cut that down out of my yard. Yeah, this was.
That's awesome that you stock quiet cats. I didn't know that.
Yeah. We sold more than I think we thought we would. When we first started, you could get 40 yards in here.
Nice.
Stand back there, and you could shoot down here, and it was all open. But
Shooting lanes.
now it's full.
Obstacles. It's like real world hunting now.
Yeah.
So you hit a quiet cat and you're in trouble.
This is kind of, so I don't know if you've heard of Galaxy Archery. It's kind of it's our own brand. It's so in the recurve world, you have super high-end stuff, $800, $900 risers.
Right.
And then you had like stuff that was really inexpensive and not very well made. So Rob was like, we need something in the middle.
Right.
We need good stuff that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg so people can get into it. That's kind of where Galaxy fits in. Traditional and Olympic recurve stuff. And then I wanted to show our one little shooting lane where you have to shoot around stuff.
Yeah, you got stuck into the leftovers.
Now this used to be open maybe 2 years ago. It was nice and open, and now
So you're getting 30 yards max now.
20 is to here.
Is it?
Yeah. Materials handling here. So we will get like LL Bean has recurve bows sets that they sell in their catalog. We put all them together. That's what a lot of that is.
Manchild Outdoors. Get outside and enjoy the outdoors with someone you love.